Yeah, Pastor Chicos, the new epic season is live, but when we saw the patch note, we all thought it is going to be same boring season again. However, when the season went live, it felt different. It's like Anne Hathaway. From outside, she looks mad, but from inside, she is very beautiful. So last night, Raven reviewed the official new season patch note and also talked about Hal and his relationship. So let's start the video with Raven.
The Ash buffs are pretty crazy. I will say though, I don't even think that she's necessarily going to be. I don't think that she should be even a top 3 pick in Comp Apex. I don't think. Like I know that her ult, if you get 2 ult charges, I get it. You can portal 200 meters away, but also yeah, I just don't see her as a top 3 pick in this. Even with the ban system, I think there are better characters. I do think she's good. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't even pick her for a top 3. Yeah, I wouldn't even pick her for a top 3. Her snare is just going to obviously get countered by Watson Gen, so that's a thing. General, she doesn't have like much like pushing power otherwise. Whether she's top 3 or not, people are going to pick her a lot. I do think she will be picked. I will pick her just like later in a 6-game series or later in like a final. Later in a 6-game series. I do not think that she's like first pick. You absolutely must play her or else you're throwing. She has also not as much endgame utility. My rung is saying double dash versus double snare, but snare is better for sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%. Okay, ballistic. I think ballistic actually has more reason to be played at the beginning than Ash. The reason I say that is because ballistic against Newcastle is going to go absolutely nuclear. Actually, that requires testing because the silence may be good, but also it's only when they overheat. And at that point, aren't they already dead? Or isn't the fight basically already over? Is that 6-second silence actually going to do anything? So you know what? That actually does. If the silence was at the beginning when you just got like tagged by the ballistic thing, then it would be insane. If Watson ever gets banned, chat, if Watson and Newcastle both get banned, I mean, it's going to be absolutely cancerous to play against. I ain't gonna lie. Like, playing against a Fuse will be absolutely cancer. Yeah, okay, so they all have gold mags, that's insane. This is crazy, too. This might work through smokes. Not sure. I don't think it's, like, super practical to do anyways, because you'd have to smoke after you crack someone. Oh, yeah, exactly, Elixirs. Will Maggie be played? It depends. I don't know. I don't think so. I think even though her shit breaks Gibby Ball, I just don't think people are going to play Gibby because EMP breaks the bubble too now. The muzzle flash change is good. I don't know why they haven't done that fast. This is really nice. This is like, this makes finding backpacks, better backpacks, not as mandatory. So this is, you know, a buff to, this is going to make popping cells in combat more effective as well, even though it's 0.5 seconds. Like, that is a big deal. This is a big change. 1 second. Pretty epic. I mean, the Havoc is just turbo disgusting broken. If you don't pick this up from the care package, you're trolling. Hemlock, still not that good. Nemesis is better than the Hemlock. Nemesis is insane. It already was insane. It's been buffed as a burst AR. Crazy gun. And it has accelerator. Pick up the Nemesis. The R301, so here's the thing about the R301 and the Flatline. The Spitfire has the same DPS as the R301 and Flatline, except the Spitfire has, obviously, a lot more damage per mag. And so, what do you have over the Spitfire if you choose like the R3 and Flatline? At least for the R3, the difference is more substantial, but like the reload speed, handling speed, ADS speed, stuff like that. Spitfire, for example, 189. Flatline, 190. R301, 189. So you're telling me that the Spitfire has the same DPS as the R3 and the Flatline, but way more damage per mag, and you don't need a barrel stabilizer anymore. That's insane. The Rampage is kind of crazy. 30 damage per shot, that's pretty good poke. That's pretty good. When you increase the damage of the Rampage, like base damage, you also are increasing the DPS of the ramped up Rampage by an even larger margin because obviously it's faster. Okay, he has 150, but this is like for not charged up. The 30-30 looks like it's going to be really good now. No charge damage increased to 43. No charge headshot is 69. Full charge damage increased to 58. Full charge headshot 93. Slightly increased projectile size at long range. I feel like the 30-30 is good again. Rampage charged DPS should be a multiple of 30. That's actually so true. 30-30 is definitely not better than the G7 because G7 has an accelerator and it just got buffed as well for no reason. Like what? What? Fire rate slightly reduced. Okay. I mean, it did get its fire rate buffed. The thing is, it has an accelerator though. Like that's why you should just run it over other marksman guns. I don't think it's gonna be so much worse. Its damage got buffed even though fire rate's slightly reduced. I mean, maybe it got nerfed like in terms of old DPS, new DPS. Well, I don't think he can't have obviously factored this in. So those numbers aren't gonna be accurate. Our Kimbo P2020, I don't think our Kimbo P2020s are going to be better than like an R9, but like I'm just trying to like visualize right now. 24, 2 shots, and that's 48 damage. Off drop, these guns are not bad, and honestly, worst case that you're stuck with a gun like this from your POI, like, there's worse things. Although, I mean, against an R9, you're getting absolutely ass blasted, let's be honest. Like, you're literally down 50 DPS to an R9, like, and 30 to a car. Like, you're still gonna get shit on, don't get me wrong. But yeah, same thing with the alternator, obviously got buffed. Car is interesting because car has accelerator, substantially losing DPS to the R9. Still, like, 234 versus 217, you're losing. You're just outright losing. But at the same time, 217 is still really high, and you have an accelerator. So if you don't find an R9, I mean, you should just pick up a car. The only other thing I can see that would challenge the car as a secondary, if you don't have an R9, is a Prowler. Don't look at DPS numbers for Prowler. It's just like it's misleading because it's a burst gun. You don't measure it in like DPS. Nothing. This is not me critiquing privacy. I'm just saying for you guys, like, don't hyper focus on DPS for burst guns. That's just not how you should look at it. But yeah, maybe Prowler. It's either gonna be the car or the Prowler, but I'm leaning towards car because of the accelerator. But at the same time, Prowler might literally just be so good at killing people that maybe you just run Prowler instead if you can't find another accelerator gun. You know what I mean? Volt 192. I mean, the thing is, Volt has decent range compared to other SMGs, but close range, you are getting absolutely ripped to shreds versus an R9. It's not close. Shotguns, I mean, the EVA is good, but also again, SMGs, this gun doesn't have any range to it. It's very specific, so I just feel like the EVA won't be played at all. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say that. That's not true. Like, these guns all output enough damage to kill people. That's like the thing. That's the bottom line. At the same time, the EVA essentially plays as like an SMG in that you want to like full swing, pump out as much shots as you can, but SMGs are gonna kill faster at that. And then obviously, pump shotguns like the Mastiff are better at dual peeking. SMG meta is definitely back. Here's how I think about it, chat. I think shotguns, okay, I think the Mastiff will be insane. Don't get me wrong, because especially as more range than the EVA, I think the Mastiff will be insane. However, it's about getting into shotgun range. And if an SMG has just more use cases because you don't have to be so close to people, then, are you getting just one clip before you even get to shotgun range? Because we saw that before Gibby and Newcastle meta, people weren't playing shotguns because they just couldn't get into those ranges. But now you have shields that, let you close the gap and create terrain close range. I also don't think Gibby's gonna be played. I mean, yeah, snipers are gonna be fucking annoying to play against. 108 no helmet is no helmets. 120. I mean, snipers are also good with Ash in a sense. Get an opening, Ash board in, get a knock maybe. I think Crypto has a very good chance of being played. Not even just because his EMP destroys Gibraltar's dome of protection, but because if Gibby Newcastle doesn't get played anymore, or it's one of the two, then Crypto gains so much killing power. His ult still scans people. He has synergy with like Ash. He has synergy in a sense with Ballistic, just to like fight and push people. So I do think Crypto's quite good, honestly. Yeah, Loba, she sucks. Maggie, I don't think Maggie's gonna be played, even though she does all this. Because it's like, okay, everyone's gonna play Maggie, and then no one's gonna play Gibby anymore because people are playing Maggie, and then people are just gonna stop playing Maggie because. But as for what kind of players I'd like to coach, I mean, ideally, like my IGL is just as autistic as I am. You know what I mean? Like, really not a normal person. I need my IGL to not be normal. That's like the best way to put it. Zero is definitely turbo autistic. He probably doesn't know that, but he's definitely I'm telling you right now, he's autistic for sure. Sweet's definitely autistic too, not in the same way. How's the most autistic person I've ever met? Have you seen the way he sits in chair? Okay, yeah, the way he wears those flip-flops is a little autistic, don't get me wrong. Hal likes touching people too much.
I mean, that sounds gay.
That sounds wrong. Let me back up. I'm saying Hal's very a touchy person. He'll grab my waist. He'll wrap me from behind.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
You know what I mean? Like, he's really affectionate. That's what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I never met an autistic person that affectionate. We all are a little touch aversive, okay? You've never had the satisfaction of Hal grabbing you the back, grabbing your waist from the back. There's nothing like it. Bro, all I'm saying is Hal's a cuddly guy, okay? That's all I'm saying. Nothing wrong with that. DrUnafraid, I swear to God, man, if you clip me saying Hal likes to touch people, this is gonna get clipped too, man. God damn it, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You guys know what the problem was in our team. Like, I think it's kind of fucking obvious. Like, I don't need to say anything. You guys can watch back the VODs and stuff, and you can know what the is going on. Why would I have to say anything? Why? What the problem at LAN was? It's just like IGL problems in terms of just not letting one person IGL someone, like two IGLs. Two IGLs never go good. Two IGLs never have a problem, like is a problem. If we had one IGL the whole time, would have been fine. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to this year. To be fair, I knew this was going to be a problem since the start of the TI. It kind of like made me nervous because I'm not nervous, but like kind of made me worried that this would happen at LAN in terms of 2i Gills having a problem or being a problem in a tournament. And yeah, it kind of was. Chat, Timmy's calls weren't bad. Yes, he'll definitely be making mistakes, but like overall, his calls weren't bad. It's just like if we just did what he did or he wanted, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? But also, I did want Timmy. There's some instances like in the tournament where especially winners bracket and losers bracket that we're in, that I did give suggestions. Like I don't talk, okay? Like I do say shit in terms of like IGLing and suggesting things. I would only suggest things that are 100% or 90 to 100% correct. That it is the right thing to do. Like 90 to 100% of the time, that it's gonna be the right thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't really suggest anything. If I don't know if it's the right play. But in the winners bracket and losers bracket, there's instances, if you can go back and watch the VOD, that I would say, oh, we should do this, or we should do this. I told Timmy beforehand, like, you gotta trust me too. When I do say something, they should listen, because I don't really suggest things, unless I know it's the 100% the play. And those instances, a couple of games, I'd say like 4 games maybe? I think 2 in the winners bracket and 2 in the losers bracket where I said something, and then they just blocked me out, or they didn't listen to me. And it was the play to make. It was the play. For example, there was one game for Mill where we played Mill. I was saying, let's play fucking... I can go back in the VOD actually. This is the game we did good. Okay, this game we did good. But I would explain another moment where there's just a bunch of just comms. We played it perfectly until here. I feel like we could have won this game, but...
Watch left, watch left.
Nade on us.
Yeah.
Fine, fine.
Nice. Move the queue, I can't shield her. Bring it back to us. I put it left, I put it left.
I bubble, I
There's
bubble.
one, there's one. Right here. Come to me.
Just a bunch of fucking comms. Jesus Christ, watching this back makes me get a headache again. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, everyone's just screaming other things. 3 things, dude. Said the same thing in his VOD. Okay, so Des wants to play the spot early. And then me and Timmy wants to kill this team which has no bubble. Okay? But anyways, we just do what Des said. Okay, we basically listen to him.
Play me, I'm blocking ult.
I don't agree with this play. So why you listen to him? That's what I'm saying. The problem is having 2 IGLs. That's my problem. You know what I mean? And this is the perfect example why. If we just listened to Timmy here, it would have been fine. I feel like they had no bubble because they bubbled prior. This is my thought process too. Where is it? The bubble here. So they bubbled here already, right? They have no bubble. We have Sheila, we have Newcastle Q and Gibby bubble. We bubble here. We bubble on top of them on the care package. We Sheila the f out of them. They're gonna force to go to the other team, which is the bird team. They're gonna go that way. They're gonna fight. We win the game. That's my process there. But Des wanted to just stay still and play the spot, which is guaranteed the second possible. Probably we should have lost the fight, possibly because they had a bubble. We had no bubble, but it works still. We still farmed them, but we should have got third. Definitely third. Again. Oh, we got second. I'll take it. What happened this game? Okay, this game. Okay, this is where I suggest something. Hold on.
Is it done from there?
Wait, from the other building?
Yes,
Paper beacon then. We can play and see if it's gonna be this zone here.
See, like, I'm saying, like, this building team... Wait, which building? Yeah, this, you know the zipline chat? I said this team on the respawn, right here, zipped over to this building, which means this building is free. And we're not evacing to it. And then what we do is... Listen, look what we do.
Come here.
We had evac too.
This team might take the zipline. We might be able to just rat them off the zipline.
We rat for 2 minutes. We rat for fucking 2 minutes, bro. We rat for 2 minutes instead of going to that building. And guess who won from that fucking building? Fnatic did. Fnatic won from that building. We just rat for 2 minutes. And then we decided to go viaduct. We decided to go underneath viaduct and wrap zone when they're just holding us the whole time. I'm saying, okay, chat. Another one. I'm like, there's a team behind us. That's say anything else?
Team down door left. Team down door left. This is kind of scuffed. Up there.
I'm basically feeding info that there's a team behind us and they're just gonna, obviously they're gonna trail us. I don't know like why we did this. Team right here and then we're gonna go to a spot and then we're gonna get pinched. And that's what basically happened. We basically died. Look.
Wait here. We need to break their thing. Secure us.
Yeah, and there's that team that I said that they're behind us the whole time. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? We got pinched. We just have to hold that team out, make them go left, and then we just go into this spot for free. That's legit all we did, and we win this game. Then we're just dead. It's another throw game. Now I'm not blaming on Timmy, no. I'm just saying like, nah, I went over like having 2 IGLs. The people were in chat, they're like, I don't like having 2 IGLs, right? Because they just want to do 2. No, 2 IGLs is fine as long as they agree on one thing, okay? Agree on one thing and do the one thing. I'm fine with a co-IGL. But If I give suggestions sometimes, I feel like my suggestions just weren't heard at all. I barely talk, I barely give suggestions, but when I do, I believe that they're correct.
Team high.
And I'm just trying to prove that here. That's basically it. So we want to play here instead. Timmy wants to play here. I think Des calls to go back to Mill, which I don't mind too. We could either do... Okay, I agree with Des here. We can either go back to Mill and play for 4 and hold all the teams out, like play a power position. Des is really good at that, by the way. He played with G2 for a long time. IGO'd for a long time. So him playing edge, he knows how to play edge. Holding a power spot like that with blue armor is kind of rough. But I still agree with him. We should have just done that. Or we can go into the silos where I play and just wall there and no one can do anything to you. It's either my play or Design's play. Either one works. I don't give a which one. But playing in Timmy's spot there wasn't the play. But then I'll show what happens after.
That team is in spiders. That team is in spiders.
Are they? Okay, okay.
This f***ing annoyed me. This f***ing annoyed me. I'm like 100% sure that it was the top command team. And the spiders was free. I swear to God. And Des said it too, low-key.
They're moving.
Spiders.
And then guess what we do? Instead of play spiders and have a free rotate in and have a good game, we go to fucking Zeus, dude. And then we go to Hyatt, guess who's here? The fucking top command team.
Just keep that in.
And then we die.
Keep the
Des should have been IGL. Des was IGL that game. Game 7, Des was IGL. And he just didn't listen to me either. Both of them just didn't listen. I'm literally like it's Digi Day the whole time. There's not much I can do. The last 2 games, Des was IGLing like basically the whole thing. This game, by the way, I want to say something about this game. People saying like Des full IGL. Des full IGL this game. He did. He definitely did IGL this game fully. We got routed here and died, right? Yeah. By strafing flanks team, which is DSG. And then he like runs away with 1 HP and they have a car, right? So I talked to strafing flame after and I'm like, why'd you leave us? And then he's like, oh, I just wanted to leave you guys. I could have killed Des right here. They could have just chased him. They had the car. They could have just fucking chased him down. Let's be real. They could have just got in the car and just killed him. But they actually let him go. So we should have been out this game, to be honest. We should have been dead here. Okay, for the people that say that Des should have been IGL based on this game. Brother, we should have died here. Okay? He IGL'd these 2 last games fully.
They're gonna get the car.
Okay? But they actually let him go. They drove the car and they drove away. They could have chased him. I literally just asked straight from that and he's like, genuinely, he's like, I could have chased him, but I let you guys go. Anyway, then we get a reset and have a big game. We could actually won this game, but Noctum is fried, dude. They're like 2nd in the losers bracket and decided to just ape us. They should have just thirded left side.
I know.
Let him go is a weak argument.
Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and if you are new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting video. Hasta la vista, baby.